What is up, traders? So we're going to take a look at these crypto pairs because we are on the move with a lot of things. All right. So if you could, please make sure you let me know that you can hear my voice and see my screen. Pretty please. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin. What? All right. All right. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin. I'm going to wait until I make sure that you guys are following me. You can hear my voice. You can see my screen. All right. All right. Everything is fine. Sweet. All right. Here we go. Bitcoin USD. So Bitcoin is trading in a descending channel or whatever you want to call it. So what basically happened yesterday or Friday, obviously, is Elon said Bitcoin, and that's all it took. You had a big pop up out of this area. You did get an 8-hour closing above this breakout area, which is awesome. I have this white line indicating this last swing high on a candle closing basis. We did close above that, but then the very next candle, we closed below that. All right. So basically, we have been essentially just trading in this sideways manner using this market structure level here, which is just simply this last bearish closing candle, the opening price of that. You can see you came down and you tapped that absolutely flawlessly. So beautiful. This one went down below last night, and I was in the chat room telling everybody not to fret. We can have wicks below. It's the closes that matter. The closes matter. And you can see where this closed. We came back and we retested it. And currently, if you are in the C.T.M, excuse me, in the C.T.M chat group or the course, this is a C.T.M entry on a swing trading basis. Essentially, you have fell back into old resistance, now support. You have found support, and it is obvious at this point. So this is your C.T.M entry. You have taken out the high of your previous 8-hour candle. All right. So this previous 8-hour candle's closing basis, or the wick low, I'm sorry, would be your stop loss. This would be your entry. And then you would just basically use your tool to decide how far you want to take it. All right. So let's just say you entered there. There's your stop loss. So basically, it looks to me like, yeah, you just get up roughly around where this bullish candle closed, and you would have pretty close to a 2-to-1 risk to reward on that trade. Now, the reason we use stop losses obviously is because these don't always work. You know what I mean? So that's trading. That's what new traders have to get used to. But this is a flawless C.T.M entry. You have found support. We were looking for this to hold as support. We got that, and we are now pushing up. So this trend line obviously is going to, oh, look at TradingView, always messing with my lines. What is wrong with you? Anyways, so this could possibly offer up some resistance. I mean, short sellers are absolutely going to be looking to use this. They're going to see this as a false breakout, but we have found support, and that is the important thing. Currently, we are trading away from this area. If sellers were in control, in my opinion, we would absolutely be heading lower to test this market structure swing low down here. But we are not. We are currently moving higher. It looks to me like Bitcoin, in my opinion, is looking to test higher areas of price. All right, this is not financial advice, guys. This is just me giving you an outlook as to what I'm looking for in the week to come. This is the Crypto Weekly Outlook. My name is Heath. All right, so moving forward, I would expect this to break out of this. It already broke out, in my opinion. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get rid of this line. Some people are going to keep it on there because it could offer up support for, future tests. However, Bitcoin looks bullish. I love it when Bitcoin's bullish. So does everybody else. Your last swing low is going to be 30398.01. That's this swing low down here, encompassed by this descending trend line that basically encompasses all of the candle bodies within this range. This breakout and this close is important. Now, I do not necessarily like a big, strong bearish close like that, basically, but we tested our market structure level right here. This level is 33,488 spot 99. All right, it's just this bearish candle. We have tested it and we are moving higher. So it looks beautiful. I'm looking for Bitcoin to move up for this week. Now, obviously, your first area of resistance is going to be this close on this bullish candle right here. That level is 37,178 spot 27. All right, so this area will offer up some kind of resistance. All right, now, if I bring my line over here, you see this is pushing lower over here. You made a lower low and a lower high. So in this push lower, you made a market structure level. And look where that candle closed. Boom, right there, right there. All right. So what I'm teaching you guys is how to look for relevant areas of support and resistance, how to find them, what to look for, and basically how to place trades based upon those. So this last swing high and this area, this last bullish closing candle did offer up support. We did close below that, but now since we traded beyond that and we made a new swing high, this will be the area that we will look for to see what happens. Now, I'm not expecting Bitcoin to just blast through there, but if it comes up here and fails, I am not bearish on Bitcoin. We will simply look for a low, a higher swing low for a support hold. All right, so moving on, let's go check out ETH. All right, so this morning I basically have this little situation here circled because I was explaining this in the C.T.M chat group. Basically, excuse me, basically since we made the all-time high, we've been consolidating, but ETH is consolidating in an upward manner. I mean, it's obvious, you know what I mean? It's consolidating higher. So basically, as a price action analysis, the way that I look at this is bears are getting less aggressive when we come down into this area here. We'll go ahead and mark this last swing low with this line here, and we'll call that 1240 spot 96. All right, so basically here on a 4-hour chart, this is what I want to show you. This is how price action works. All right, so you made a low right here. You closed below this candle. So basically when price is moving like currently where it is now, we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm trying to teach you to what to look for. All right. So when all of this happened, I had this last swing low marked in. All right. And then we traded through that and we got a closure on a 4-hour basis. And then we immediately traded out of there. All right. So this swing low marked at 1240 spot 96. This right here, this area, the opening price of this bearish candle was my first area to look for a support hold. That area is 1270 spot 90. As you can see, we traded down into that beautifully. And then when this session candle, well, it's not a session candle, it's a 4-hour candle, but basically I'm just using this as an example. When this candle opened up, it immediately traded lower to stop anybody out. And then boom, you had a higher close than the previous open of the previous candle. So this candle opened here at 1290 spot 84, traded down and closed red. This candle completely took that out. You smoked the low of that candle and you closed higher. So the very next candle was a trending candle to the upside. All right, so now our new market structure level to look for support is going to be this breakout area. And would you look at that? Boom, traded right down into it, had a perfect rejection, and then boom, you see that? All right, that's how it works. So now this bearish candle was the last bearish candle that tested this area right here. You had a push up, a higher close. Next candle opened up, took out the entire high and opening price of this candle here, and you made another explosion to the upside. So simply put, this is going to be your next area to look for some support. All right, and look what happened. You got that test. You got that test. You got that test. Now you are making higher highs and higher lows on a smaller time period. So on a 15-minute chart, here is your swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. You are making higher highs and higher lows on a smaller time frame. We don't here in the C.T.M, we don't want you new traders trying to trade on smaller time frames. You leave that to the pros until you get a little bit better idea as to what you're looking for when you view these charts technically. All right, so this is a beautiful beautiful pattern. This is what I look for every single day in every single market that I trade for. And yes, I do take these positions. This is a buying opportunity. When is it not a buying opportunity? When you close a candle below this swing low. So essentially that would be your last area, your line in the sand, before you would have to look for lower areas to target. But we didn't get that, so we are moving higher. We are going to continue to look higher on ETH USD for this week to come. So let's get off of that 4-hour chart. I like 8-hour levels better. The reason I like 8-hour levels better for any new subscribers or any new watchers is because there are 3 sessions inside of a 24-hour market trading period. And there are 3 8-hour candles within a daily candle. So essentially you have 3 sessions inside of a day and you have 3 8-hour candles inside of a day. This is why I look at 8-hour candles, and this is why I keep using them, because they work. Now, this level was a 4-hour market structure. It is also coinciding nicely with this 8-hour market structure. So this lower market structure area is a perfect spot to look for a support hold. 1317 spot 75. 1317 spot 75. You get an 8-hour closure below that, and then a test of this area without an ability to close back above, you will be testing lower prices. All right. That first lower price would be 1283 spot 09, which is simply the opening price of this bearish candle. And then this area back down here, 1240 spot 96, that's going to be your last line of defense. So essentially put, basically, as of right now, we have made a lower swing high, but we have found a support test. I do expect this to move higher. It could absolutely find resistance. We don't know what price is going to do. We have to let price tell us. What is up, Brandon? Glad you can make it, bro. What's up, guys? Justin Parker. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Marcel. I can't pronounce your name. I'm just going to call you Tashi. And Bradley, Jag, Chima, everybody. What's up? Glad y'all could make it. Thank you so much. Just switched on my crypto trades to USD pairs. BTC looking bullish again. Thaw Heath. Yeah, Brandon, I just did BTC. I'll take a quick look at it for you real quick. But yeah, we are looking bullish again. You have your C.T.M entry right here on an 8-hour time frame. I was just going over this with everybody. Essentially, you found support at the market structure level. We were looking for support to hold. We got that. It was a beautiful test. This current candle has taken out the high of your previous candle. So essentially the C.T.M entry would be buy this now, put a stop loss below this low of this previous candle. That is your C.T.M trade. Once again, this is not financial advice. Obviously, you don't want to trade with more than 1% of your total account if you're trading Bitcoin. Like I said many times, I only buy Bitcoin. I do not trade it. I like to trade all the other crypto pairs. ETH USD, like I said, we're looking for this to move higher as well. Bearish, this is a bearish pattern, unfortunately. I hate to say this to you guys, but I am an old school technical analysis, and a lot of your pattern traders, I am not a pattern trader. I need to let you know that right off the rip. I am not a pattern trader, but this is an ascending wedge, usually has bearish implications for pattern traders. But like I said, I'm not a pattern trader because I could never find success with it. That does not mean I don't think that anybody else can't find success. I just couldn't. So I trade the way I trade now because I found success with it, and I'm just giving you my thoughts and hope you guys can find it too. So we are looking for ETH USD to trade higher. EOS is still trading within this range. I think I did this like 2 or 3 crypto weekly outlook videos before, like at least 3 weeks. This thing has been trading within this range. There is nothing to do on EOS until you get an obvious close and break below 2.311 or an obvious bullish break above 3.600. Then you can absolutely look to enter trades in those directions. Litecoin isn't as strong as Bitcoin and ETH. Right now, you are still fighting with this. So it did not break out, as you can see, with the same descending triangle or trend line. Apologies, the same descending trend line. You did not break out. You simply tested it. All right. You simply tested it, and you have since fell. All right, so let's get rid of this line because this is an old market structure line. This down here is a target for bearish targets, 111.04. It did not get taken out here. So if bears are in control, they will be aiming for this area here, essentially stopping everybody out that's long from here. Now, I do not know that this is going to go lower. As a matter of fact, if Bitcoin breaks out, I am almost positive this thing will essentially start to move higher too. All right, so if you're a Litecoin fan, basically what you want to wait on, you already closed an 8-hour candle below this first area that you would have wanted to see as support. All right, you did. You came right down into that. You traded lower. You took out the low and you closed lower than the low of this candle. So essentially meaning as of right now, as what the chart is telling us, as of right now, the bears are still in full control of this asset. When will they not be? Well, we need to get a higher 8-hour closure, at least above this wick high up here. And then we need to see a retest and a firm support hold. You get that, then you can look for breakouts targeting this high up here at 145.88. So that is your bullish target for the week to come if you're bullish on Litecoin. If you are bearish and you stay holding this area as resistance, your first area of support to look for would be right here at 122.71, which is simply this swing low. But ultimately, I do believe this will be the target. XRP is looking so great. Obviously, look at that. It is going straight to the moon. It's not even on this chart. It's going up so high. No, I'm just kidding. We know why that's not being tradable. XLM, Stellar, you did break out. Stellar's looking good. All right, so let me get rid of this line here. That was your last market structure swing low, but you did make a new market structure swing low down here, right here. All right, so basically this was your market structure swing high. All right, you did break out. You closed nice and strong above that. You pushed up. You have since pulled back into this area. You did not get a perfect touch. That happens because people front run these things. When buyers of this asset see that it's coming back in to test old resistance as support, they tend to get a little bit trigger happy. All right, so that's what happens here. This candle, we don't care what it looks like right now. There's still 1 hour and 12 minutes left on this close. This thing could absolutely close up here and be green in an hour. So that's why we wait for closers. But essentially moving forward, if it does want to move lower, the last area we want to see it hold a candle closing above is 0.293572, which is this level here, taken from this last down closing bearish candle. Mark Howers, hey, he's made it here and we'll watch the full replay tomorrow, but when you have time, can you explain what to look for to scalp the daily range expansion, i.e. in short term, 1 day downtrend, expecting the previous day low to be broke? Yep, I got you, Mark. All right, so let's go to a daily time frame. For anybody here for the Crypto Weekly Outlook, this question is in regards to my scalping strategy, so just bear with me real quick. Let me answer this question for him as he has to go to work. All right, so basically I live in Florida, so I live on the East Coast of the United States of America. I only trade during the USA Open, so that is in the Forex and crypto markets roughly around 8 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So basically, let's pretend this is now. Let's pretend I woke up today and I'm going to trade this asset. All right, currently I can see that it is bullish, but it did form this consolidation pattern and it is trying to break out. Now, I would not like this wick, especially seeing that this daily candle went up and tested these areas and was rejected. However, it is green on the day, and that matters. All right, it is still currently green on the day if it was 7 a.m. So I would basically go into an hourly time frame and see if I could find some hourly structure levels to look to possibly get long if we get a retest. That first area would be 0.299555, this area here. So I would wait till the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock candles to see if we are getting some kind of reaction around this. If we are, and it looks to me that it is absolutely holding a support, I would be targeting this high up here, looking, let me put this on here just real quick. Let's go back to a daily chart, looking for this daily range to expand to the upside and close daily. That's the way I look for my intraday daily range expansion scalps that I take in the FX markets. I very rarely trade that way in crypto, as I only had my funds in Coinbase. I am transferring funds to Kraken, so you will be seeing me trade this way in the crypto markets for the months to come, and I cannot wait. All right, so I hope that answers your question, Mark. Basically, I'm just looking for the near-term trend. This near-term trend is down. And like I said, I might not take this asset long, even though it is long when I wake up, just because of this nasty rejection candle. All right. Now, this on a smaller time frame could simply be a pullback and it's getting ready to go. But since we've already traded back up there and are currently pulling back, it does kind of indicate that there is less strength in this asset. So that's basically how I go about scalping Forex, and I do that with stocks too. That's how I do my scalping strategy. So I hope that answers your question. All right, but XLM, like it's not looking so strong. I do want to see this thing on an 8-hour basis close above this area down here. Let me put it back on there. That is our support area where we want to see support at 0.293572. You can draw these lines as much as you want, and it still doesn't mean that you will get a support hold there. This is why, as traders, we let price tell us where it's finding support. All right. So you don't just throw out a limit order here and put a stop loss under this candle. You will eat stops doing that because you're going to get wicks below that area. But closing candles is what matters. Closing candles tells us a lot. All right. So let's move on to ADA. I'm going to try to get through this as quick as possible. I started at 5:30. We'll try to make it happen. All right. So Cardano has this level all the way down here, but I'm not looking at that coming into play. So essentially, this was just taken off from this high here. It's like basically it's your old school support and resistance levels, traditional support and resistance levels. So basically, you can see that it absolutely caught support here. We did trade up. We did make higher closes. All right. And we have since traded back down. This right here could absolutely just be a shakeout. Simply put, we already took out the high of this candle with this candle right here. So let me get rid of this line real quick because that was an area of support or resistance. So basically, we don't want to see this candle close rejected. All right. If this candle closes in an hour red or something, then that could mean that the sellers are more aggressive up in this area than the buyers want to be. So we need the buyers to be more aggressive when price is trading up into these levels to get breakouts. Like I said, this big bearish candle, yes, it did close below your support level, but as you can see, you traded right back out of there within the quickness. The very next candle was back out of that level. You tested it, retested it, and you're trading higher. This could just simply be a pullback on a smaller time frame chart. Simply put, go look at this. You got a strong hourly close up here. You closed way up there. This is just a retest. You want to find support no lower than this level here on an hourly time frame basis at 1024, which is just this opening price of this bearish candle right here. All right, that's going to be the first area. Now, you could look at this area. This area down here would be like basically a stop run. This would be my last area that I want to look for. As you can see, this area right up here is currently holding as support. That level is 1049. All right, right here. This is your last candle. You've got a test below it and you are trading higher. Would be nice to start seeing on an hourly time frame basis higher highs and higher lows starting to form. Then we could look at this thing as possibly getting ready to break out. It is very thin with liquidity. It is very gappy and has these, but everybody that trades crypto understands this stuff and they are used to it. All right. So ETH BTC is basically just doing kind of the inverse as Bitcoin right now. Let's go to an 8-hour time frame so we can kind of suss this out a little better. So this is when Bitcoin had its big push above the descending trend line. This broke above or below the ascending trend line, but you are trading. This is actually looking okay. This is still going to be your area of resistance. This is your last swing high. All right, this candle here, basically you've already closed above the opening price of this bullish candle multiple times. So it looks to me like this is the area price is looking for as a resistance hold. So you definitely want to get a strong break out of that area and a close above it. Look for a retest. If you start trading lower, unfortunately, I have to bring in these lower areas because price is going to test them. You did not test this lower market structure swing low here with this candle. You did get mighty close, but you did not touch it, test it. So I would have to assume if we start making lower highs and lower lows, we will be testing that area. That level is 0.03605. All right, this area here, just simply this last swing low. So it's time for the Ethereum buyers to break up out of their sleepy headedness and start buying this thing. Let's get it going. Let's go. It's time to go. All right. So USD, Polkadot. Polkadot is bullish. I mean, if you go look at this thing is exceptionally bullish on a weekly time frame. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Do not short this freaking thing, man. You're going to get smoked. All right. So basically, this was your last market structure swing high, and you've since broken that, and you have made a new one. So let's just go ahead and throw this line up here. That's going to be your first area of resistance at 18.794. All right, so this is your last swing low. So you're basically trading inside of this range. All right, this is your expansion to the downside. So this is currently your range you are trading within. So basically what you want to see, because you have had a pop up out of here, all right, but it looks like bears are in control. So we'll take the opening price of that last bearish candle right here. That area is 15.777. If price trades back down into here, we definitely want to see a support hold. Now, obviously, this is a swing low, all right, because you do have two candles closing and opening right here at this level. It is currently being tested as support, which is good. But if you do get a breakdown below that, this would be the first area to look for a support test and hold, in my opinion. This is a bullish asset. I am going to be looking for bullish plays on this thing until it closes below this swing low all the way down here at 12.88. All right. We start closing 8-hour candles below that. Then we're going to have to wait and see what happens around this trend line. This trend line is not a very steep trend line. I just basically threw it on the chart just to show newer traders that you are bullish as long as you are trading above that trend line. All right. So look for bullish entries. Don't look to short highs. Look to buy off support in an uptrending market. DOT BTC. All right, so .BTC is doing basically the same thing ETH is. Let me check these levels real quick. All right, so you did get this, make this swing high up here. So that level is still valid. We can still hold that. This was your swing low. You have broken down below that, and you have tested it as resistance. Currently, that area is holding. Now you can see price is fighting with this last swing low down over here currently. All right. So basically, if this fails, this area right here at 0.0004437,300, just call it 44,730 right here would be the first area to look for a support hold. All right. In my opinion, if that holds a support, might be an awesome opportunity. All right. Link USD. Link USD is trading nice. It looks good like the rest of them. I mean, you have broken out of this consolidation here, and you've taken out this swing high way back over here, and you are currently trading within a range. This is your range, this last market structure swing high up there, and we'll go ahead and call this area the range it's trading within right now. However, this is your range. This last swing low, you did make a higher high, and you have currently made a lower high. I mean, a higher low. I'm sorry. All right. So this is bullish. All right. So basically, you have also found support right here. All right. So until you're closing 8-hour candles back below that level at 22.648, then you would look for this area to hold as support. All right. This is a bullish asset. You want to look for bullish entries. Always look for bullish entries. have been pinning new links at the top of the page every time someone asks. The links only last 24. Oh, yeah, Justin's just helping. Good job, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys, if you're in the Telegram chat room, we have moved to Discord. So when Jordan posts a new link inside of the Telegram chat group, they do expire. Make sure you go ahead and hit that link and come into Discord. That way you are situated. Please, pretty please. All right, so moving on, Link USD. I am looking for this to move higher and test this last old swing high here. Let's move it over here. I am looking for that to happen. Then I would love to see a pullback if it doesn't break out and test this bearish candle at 23.53729 right here. So as long as we close above this area, we still have 59 minutes on this candle, so it could close lower. If it does, that will be your new resistance area, and you are going to trade tighter and tighter until you break out to the downside or to the upside. So currently it's not really a trade on Link, but it does look constructive. Algo has broken out. I was checking this thing out earlier today. It has broken out, and it has not only broken out, it has basically broken out and told you so 3 times. It came back in and tested this as support, held, support, held. All right, so now you are currently making, it's not going to be a bullish or a bearish engulfing because you did not take out this high. All right, so yes, the close on this candle is going to matter. This, let's get rid of this line here. Let's just call this area, this last swing low, that's where we want to see this thing hold up. As long as we hold up right there, then it's possibly going to move higher. You are on a weekly closing basis up here. This is your last weekly swing high level. So this candle closes tomorrow, all right, 1 day and 1 hour. I would love to see this thing close above this area, all right, because this is a weekly level, so it does hold merit. I mean, so yeah, let it test that and move higher, hopefully. Basically, I will no longer be looking for bullish entries on this thing. Let's get rid of that line real quick. If we start closing 8-hour candles below this ascending trend line, all right, as long as you're trading within this trend line and moving higher, you are bullish. So you look for bullish entries. So basically, if you lose this area up here right now, first area to look for support hold is going to be 0.5746. This last bearish candle here. Comp is going to the moon without everybody. All right, I don't know what's going on with this, why it has found this massive strength. You can see that it is trading higher than all the other relevant swing highs, and it is on a mission. I don't know if you guys know what happened here, but yeah, it's bullish. All right, so my first area, obviously, this is so bullish, there's nothing to do. You have to wait on a pullback here. I mean, if you try to buy it up here, where are you going to put your stop? Underneath this swing low, underneath this one? That's a big range for a risk area. You would have to double that. You'd have to essentially get up here to have a 2-to-1 trade. No, you trade like a pro. You wait for this thing to pull back. You wait for this thing to show you where it wants to find support. All right, so we'll just use the obvious, this last market structure swing high on an hourly time frame, and then the last bearish candle that I want to see as support. See, this is a doji, and I don't like using dojis that much, but you can see that this is a swing low, so that is going to be where I want to find a solid support test. Now I could find support here or here. We don't know where it's going to find support, and it could lose all of this. We don't know. We have to let it tell us what it wants to do. Currently, it is bullish as can be. Kudos to anybody that bought this support test down here. You're in good shape. Uni is another one that is absolutely just blowing up right now. I mean, it's going straight up. There's nothing to do here. Last bearish candle is right here at 15.6379. So we want to see when price comes back into this area, we want to see if that holds a support. All right, as long as that area holds a support, might be a good entry, might not be. Your next level is right below it, which also encompasses this swing low right here. So if I put a line here, you can see that basically this was your last area. You did hold that area, so you are encompassed right there. This would be a good area to look as a support hold, as I said previously. All right, this candle has already been tested by this. This candle has already been tested by this, but this is going to be your last area that I want to see hold as support. Brandon says they were blowing up because they are strong DeFi names. DeFi was already bullish, but after the RH/GameStop fiasco, mega bullish now. Absolutely is. Let them do it. Reddit guys, Wall Street bets, pump these things, baby. 65 watching, 52 likes. Oh, come on. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon's on top of stuff. All right, and the last one that I have to look at before I will open up the floor to you guys is BALUSD. All right, let's go out to a monthly chart real quick and let me show you what a bullish chart looks like. Now, this is Coinbase's data feed, so I don't know if this is an all-time high. This thing could be not even near it on Binance chart, but on the Coinbase chart, it is absolutely destroying everybody who gets short on this thing. First area to look for a support test and hold is 25.99742,000. This area here. All right. Next area is going to be this bearish candle, which is also encompassed by your swing high. All right. So price moved up out of there, tested the high as support, and you took off, which is good because that's a traditional style of support and resistance. Like this high here, for instance, completely held price on a closing basis. So support, traditional support and resistance areas works, guys. The only reason I trade this way is because this way works for me. All right, so I'm going to open up the floor for you guys. All right, if you guys want to say, throw me something in there. Let me just scroll through these comments real quick. Some people draw a trend line lower than green candle. Yeah, when I commentator Sim, when I draw my trend lines, I just attack them to the low. All right, I just go from low to low. That's how I do it because I basically want my trend line to encompass all of price. I don't necessarily like it when I have wicks through the price because that tells me that price may be wanting to test that trend line from the other side. Justin Parker downloaded Telegram on phones. This is great. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. My pleasure, Phil Berger. If you guys have anything you want me to look at, drop it in the comment section and I will take a look at it for you. All right, let's go. What can we look at? We'll go check out GameStop. I was already all over that stuff when Friday closed, but I mean, I can't get over this, that even the daily on Friday is, I mean, this essentially looked like a blow off top to me and everybody else that's been trading for more than it, because you had this daily up here, then you went way higher than it and you took out this daily candle too. You didn't take out the complete entire low, but I mean, this is a massive, massive daily range. Neo, absolutely. Metals, yeah, sure. Let me look at metals real quick and then I will go to Neo, promise. All right, gold. No, this is silver. My bad. Let me get rid of all this. All right, let me just leave that trend line because it is coming back into play. So essentially, here, I'll just do it fresh so you can see what I'm talking about. So when I make my trend lines, I just take it from the high, the wick high, the wick high. So basically, if I get a closing candle below, above that, then I obviously know there is no questions about it. There is no subjectivity to it. It has broken out. All right. So if I put my trend line like this on that candle body and like this on that candle body, now you could get a barely closing candle above that. And have you broken out? I don't know. It's pretty subjective, which is why I do it like this. It takes all the subjectivity out of the matter. You have to close above that for me to consider you a breakout. Currently, it is holding, or it did hold, obviously, on Friday. XAG, someone mentioned that it is absolutely being looked at by Wall Street Bets. Do Wall Street Bets have enough juice within their tank to make silver do a short squeeze? I don't know. I think that would be a phenomenal thing if they did, seeing how I bought calls the other day. So let them do it. Let them bring it on. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. So I am bullish on this asset. You are trading. This is a daily chart. All right. So this is XAG. So it's basically spot price. You have made this basically a symmetrical triangle trading straight out. All right. So you had this nice big bullish move. You came down, you retested it. All right. And then everybody started freaking out once you got a wick lower, but it was just a wick until that happened. All right. So then you got a closing basis below this market structure, swing low, and then boom, out of there instantly and traded higher. This is constructive. You have tested your next area of support, which would have been this area here on a daily basis at 23.93 right here. You got that test with this trend line, all right, and you are moving higher. So essentially looking forward, as long as we're trading and closing 8-hour candles above 25.47, 350, this is bullish, and I will be looking for this thing to break out. And this is a far piece of a target up here. If you're intraday trading this, it's not going to happen, I don't imagine, in one day. But that is ultimately the target. You break out above 29.85, this thing is gone. All right. And that's what we want to happen. Let's go look at a monthly chart. We aren't trading anywhere near the all-time high of this thing, but this is constructive. I mean, you have this obvious wedge, or not wedge, but all this time of consolidation broke out. You had a nice bearish monthly close, another one, and you are moving higher. That is bullish as bullish can be. All right. Until price starts closing daily candles below this last swing low here, this thing is bullish. All right. Gold, real quick. Gold is not as strong as silver. All right. I had this trend line up here from this high to this high. We broke out of that, and then we rejected very, very hard. All right. So this is, as you can see, let me get rid of this. This was an hourly market structure level that I was watching for a possible short. We never got that. This was the last area we tested that, held as resistance. You've been trading lower ever since. Now, this is currently, we have to wait until the market opens Monday, but this is currently a higher swing low than this swing low. All right. So this can still be can be viewed as constructive. We definitely want to get it up out of this area. All right. You start making lower lows, then obviously this is going to be the swing trading target right here. This low at 1764.570. All right. But I don't think that's going to come into play. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. NEO. Let's go take a look at NEO. All right. So NEO is absolutely bullish. So is Tesla. Let me go over here and see what's going on real quick. Just NEO. All right. And then VET BTC. All right. So NEO's bullish. I mean, this is a daily chart. Hey, let me see if I can get a trend line out of this. I don't know if I can. We'll try it anyways. Yeah, absolutely can. And you could even possibly get an even steeper one if you wanted to go from this low to essentially this wick low here. All right. And you are currently trading within that. You did close right on that level Friday. So let me spread this out for you. This is a daily lower swing right here. This is going to be your swing low. If you get a daily closure below that level, you will have essentially broken out to the downside. All right. Your next daily level is all the way down here at 49.18. You can see that you got a test of that already and traded higher. And you did make a higher swing high. So I would look for this to hold it as support. All right. This area here, 52.27, or this trend line, I would look for that to hold support. If you get a close below that, like say Monday price opens up and you get a nasty gap. All right. If you get a nasty gap down, if price trades back up into this level and rejects, it's heading lower. Target 49.18. All right. If you get a gap up, look for a retest. Boom. See you later. Going to the moon. VET BTC. All right. VET BTC for Philip. All right. Let me just go out. Let me get a bird's eye view for a second. All right. So it's extremely not bullish. I mean, you're on a monthly chart. You made a lower swing low. You have tried to make a lower swing high. You got 1 day and 1 hour left on the monthly close. Monthly close is very, very important. All right, so let's go into a smaller time frame to see what we can do. All right, so it looks like you came down here, purged all the liquidity residing below this swing low here, smoked that, and since you've been making higher highs and higher lows on a daily. All right, so basically you came up into this last swing high here. You got a daily close above and then a rejection, then another daily close and then a rejection. So this is the area that you need to get above. This would have been my first area to look for a support test and hold right here. All right, that level would have been 84 Satoshis, but you obviously have already closed below that. The next area to look for on daily chart is all the way down here at 70 Satoshis. We can go into an 8-hour time frame and see if there's something here. There is one right here. It has already been tested, but never mind that. Just go ahead and throw that level up and see what happens when price comes into it. Currently, it is fighting with this swing low. So a rejection from here, none of these areas even come into play. All right. So basically what I would want to see is I would definitely want to see something like this, a trade bucket up into that area, and then a retest for higher low support to continue the trend that it is currently on. All right. So if I put a trend line under that and under that right there, you can see this is moving higher. All right. So that's your VET BTC. Nice insights. Thanks for your offer. What do you do? Could this year? Hedge badge? I don't know what you're talking about. Julie C. at Service. It's not public Telegram group. No, it is not public. It is not a public group. The Discord group is the Discord chat is contained within inside of the C.T.M course material. All right. There's a link in the description below if you want to go join. That's the way you do it. I'm part of the monthly C.T.M group. Do I need to be on the yearly plan for that? Cerberus, just email Jordan with questions like that if you don't mind. I mean, he controls all the finances and stuff as it is his course, not mine. So you would have to email him on that. Are there 20x assets on your radar? 20x assets on my radar. Well, I don't know about that, man. I know one thing, these other comp and uni, these things are moving. All right. They are moving. This down here, this swing low is essentially 450. You're at 18 bucks. All right. That right there is, that's bigger than a 4x. You're working on a 5x now. So any 20x, I mean, as this thing catches a lower high support, these things can go higher. This is very bullish. All right. It is very bullish. I am only bullish on this. I will look for lower high support, and I will, if I get lower high support or higher low support, I apologize. If I get that, I'm looking to get long this. I mean, you just have to weigh your risk parameters. What do you have to risk? What do you want to risk? I don't ever recommend risking more than 1% of your total account's equity, because you can get really hurt really bad if you're on the wrong side of these things. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's moving, man. You have already took a 5x out of this. Why not? 20 is not hard to believe. I mean, not hard to believe. I've seen these things do crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I like ETH. I like Bitcoin. I mean, I'm in the camp that believes that this thing is going way higher, way higher. You know what I mean? And if I'm wrong and Bitcoin wants to do what it did last market cycle and give me an 85% pullback, I will sell your house and buy it. I will buy it with everything I can find to buy it with. If I have to, I'll take cans to the scrap metal place, and I will absolutely buy Bitcoin with soda cans. Let me get an 85% pullback on Bitcoin. Come on. I I know that would hurt a lot of people, but I don't think we're going to get moves like that in Bitcoin anymore, man. You got some big firms that are moving into Bitcoin. Michael Saylor owns $1 billion worth of this stuff. How long is it before Facebook gets involved? How long is it before Tesla gets involved? How long is it before every tech company out there, AMD, Qualcomm, Microsoft, how long before they get involved? You know what I'm saying? So we will absolutely be looking for this to move higher. I am a Bitcoin bull. I only buy Bitcoin. I do not sell it ever. And I don't know when I will. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding on to it for dear life. So if you want to sell your Bitcoin, I will much gladly be the one there buying that up. So yeah, we're moving higher. I love it. Looks great. Everything is constructive. Altcoin season is around the bend. I guess, according to Brandon with the Bitcoin dominance chart. We're looking good on the Bitcoin pairings, EOS and all our ETH and Link and stuff. You know, obviously if Bitcoin's gonna have a strong move up, they might lose a little bit of it, but on a pullback, I can see it popping up out of there. We can go over here and look. I got BTC pairings right here. Let's go just do a quick run through these things. There's Litecoin BTC. That's not looking so good, but XLM, Stellar BTC. I mean, look at that, man. Those are massive moves. Massive moves. This is 300 Satoshis. Up here is 1100. That's a 4x move. Boom, right there in your face. Yeah. Yeah, these things are beautiful. Let's see them happen. We checked out Cardano already and DOT. Let's go look at Tezos BTC pairing. Not looking so great. It has this trend line is garbage. I don't even know why that's there. It was so parabolically to the downside. You are making higher highs right here, higher lows. I mean, now you have attempted to make your first lower high on a market structure level, but that market structure there at 797 Satoshis is holding price. As long as that's holding price, man. Yep. Looks good. This is not, I mean, ultimately overall, this is absolutely bearish. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm a technical analyst. And when I look at this chart pulled back, I mean, this looks like a pump and dump, pump, dump. All right. And if you put the perspective of this size move that we've had recently into perspective with this, I mean, technically, I mean, if it wants to go back up there, that's a massive move. Will it? I don't have any idea. Tezos isn't exactly as strong as the other alts like Ethereum and DOT and Cardano. Those alts are moving on. Let me read some more of these comments. See where I missed. If I missed anything, BNGO. Yeah, I'll take a look at that for you. BNGO is bullish. BNGO is bullish. Genomic space is blowing up right now. Cathie Wood has their ETF is doing good, and it has a lot to do with this asset and many more. This thing was trading absolutely nothing. I mean, I can put my cursor on there and you can see the size of those candles compared to now. Boom. That's an explosion of volume, and it's only going one way. All right. I was looking for this area to hold as support in my last live stream I did. I looked at this for someone. Price never even came down into that area. You have already found support, and you found it right here from this market structure swing high. We go into it. I like to look at the hourly time frame on stocks, mainly because I'm a day trader, but also you can find areas on an hourly chart, sometimes better areas to look for, you know, support and resistance. I don't see anything here, but yeah, it found it there for whatever reason. Maybe this little gap that already filled that gap, but it nevertheless, it found support. It's moving higher. You have currently made a higher high than this high. All right. And this is a higher low. So I look, some analysts on Wall Street are looking at a price target of $15 for BNGO. All right. If this thing's technology is as good as of the article I was reading the other day, the sky is literally the limit for this thing. The genomic space is just getting started. Cathie Woods and ARK Invest believe that the genomic space is going to be multi-trillion-dollar opportunities. Let that sink in. Multi-trillion-dollar. All right. So this so far looks bullish. I mean, this is just a simple pullback until we start making lower highs and lower lows. Until that happens, you have to trade this to the bullish side. All right. You have to look at this thing long. All right. Let's read through the comments really quick. Crypto Uni will probably hit $100. It's possible, man. Look at that thing. The thing is going absolutely bonkers. Where was I at? Purple list. Not orange. I said purple. Uni. Bonkers. Bananas. That's a strong move. That's an hourly chart, but it's still, that's just, I love it when assets are that bullish. So yeah, $100. $100 isn't out of scope. that would be a massive move. Definitely. There's your 10x that the other dude was looking for right there in Uni. You heard it first from Brando, Crypto Trades and Tech. He knows what these things use cases is, guys. If you're not subscribed to his channel, you go subscribe to his channel. He is very, very good with knowing the use cases for these things. He can tell you their white papers, I believe, blindfolded doing a headstand. He knows a lot about the technicals when it comes to these things. Will you sell Bitcoin at the end of the bull market cycle? When I will sell Bitcoin, I will take some of I got a pretty good size position in Bitcoin right now. So yes, if this is a bull market cycle and it's going very, very higher, a lot higher, you know what I mean? I've seen all the charts and the diagrams. Yes, if I get a blow off top on a weekly time frame basis, meaning if I get one weekly red candle that takes out a couple weeks worth of price action, I will look for a bullish pop and a lower high, and at that moment I will offload some of it, but I will absolutely be looking to buy it lower again. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think taking profits is a bad thing. I just think Bitcoin's just getting started, though. I mean, we've never had the amount of people. I mean, $1 billion position. Michael Saylor believes in it so much that he put $1 billion into it, risked this whole company for it. So he's a smarter man than I am. I'm absolutely going to hang on to it. Smile, you, sir, have perfected my technical analysis. Really appreciate you, sir. Thank you. You are more than welcome, Smile. I'm glad I can help. I think I found it. You guys are having a conversation. $100 by fall will be the blow off top, though. Well, I tell you what, I would gladly take profits on Uni at $100. All right, guys, it's been an hour. If you don't have anything you want me to take a look at real quick, I'm going to end the stream. I got to cook some. I went to the fishmonger today and got a beautiful piece of red snapper. I'm going to throw that on the grill. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. I'll give you guys 5 seconds or so. Do you think the potential Indian ban will have a knock on the value of Bitcoin? Make sure I'm not reading that wrong. Do you think the potential Indian ban will have a knock on the value of Bitcoin? Philip, I'm a technical analyst. I don't follow news. I'm a firm believer that the chart is going to do what the chart is going to do. Buyers and sellers are in these markets every single day fighting for ground in the markets. I look at technical levels and I watch price. I let price dictate to me what is going to happen. It is good to understand the fundamentals when it comes to a currency. Bitcoin is a currency. It is traded against a currency. It is a currency pair. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't believe it is. It is an asset like a stock. Hey, I'm right there with you, but unfortunately, it is traded against the United States dollar and other cryptocurrencies. So it is currently traded like a currency. So it's good to know fundamentals with currencies. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dollar weakness is going to help propel the Bitcoin higher. I firmly believe that we will see more dollar weakness as long as they're printing on a mass scale. I do suspect it to go lower. However, the dollar is positioned currently to have a massive short squeeze because everybody and their brother is short on the dollar right now. So when everybody gets short on an asset, I tend to look for opportunities in the opposite direction, if you know what I mean. I'm not bullish on the dollar, but I will absolutely scalp it or swing trade it to the upside if it wants to go that way. All right, guys, you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow night, same time. I'll try to get it done at 5 o'clock instead of 5:30. So that way we'll do the Forex weekly outlook, and we'll take a look at some Forex pairs to see where we can get some positions going. All right, guys, have a great night. Happy trading.